welcome to Zero Cool Gaming in today's anime review. Today we're going to be reviewing an anime called Fushigi Yuugi, I believe. That's probably mispronounced, but the word will be on there as to what the title is. And it's an interesting anime, and as well as not an anime that I would normally watch. This is a harem anime, a female harem anime on top of that. One of only two I've ever watched, in fact. I've seen, okay, well, let me explain how I watch anime to give an understanding to this. When I first started watching anime, of course, I didn't understand any Japanese, and I still really don't. I can't read it, I can't write it. Surprisingly, when I listen to anime, my brain automatically translates about half of it for me. It still surprises me to this day. But regardless, trying to speak it, I'm not too good at that either. Some words I know, some words I don't. But over the years, I've gotten to the point that just by looking at the cover art for the anime, I can be reasonably certain as to what type of anime it is, because I've watched so many different types of anime at this point. And for the ones that I find questionable, something that I might enjoy and I can't really tell from the cover art what it actually might be, I'll watch the first episode. And if the first episode intrigues me or keeps me interested, then I'll continue watching the rest of the series. And that's kind of how I've dealt with anime. I mean, there's so much anime out there. There's no way I could watch all of it. I mean, there's not enough time. Maybe there is, I don't know, but there's not enough time for me to do that. So I pick and choose what I watch. And this is one of them that came across as a questionable anime when I first saw it. I didn't know exactly what it was. It was listed in several different genres, which a lot of anime does that. And I was like, let's give it a try, see what it is. And there was just enough fantasy in the first episode to keep me interested. So I watched the second and the third and fourth, and I watched all of it. It's not a bad story. It is definitely a chick flick. It is a romance novel. It is a female harem anime. This girl goes around and collects guys. You can't get much more harem anime than that. But the story's done well enough and it's interesting. It does go to some dark places at times. It does try to tackle some of the more difficult topics. But I mean, that's kind of what makes it interesting too. I mean, the writing's done well, which helps. The cartooning's not the best, it's not the worst, it's average cartooning for the time. I mean, it's decent. Like I said, even though I don't understand Japanese, I can tell when Japanese actors in that respect are putting emotion into their acting, or if it's just flat words that they're saying to say them. And that's kind of hard to describe, but hopefully you get the point of what I'm trying to say. And you could feel the emotion in that respect through a lot of the actors in this show, which made it easier to digest and watch. It gave more realism to it, regardless of the fact that I, like I said, didn't truly understand the Japanese that they were saying. I could tell that they at least, put some emotion behind it. So yes, this is an odd anime for me, to say the least, to even watch a female harem anime. Most of it's just romance trash, borderline porn. and there's no need to watch that. So I skipped those. But this one wasn't. I mean, it actually had a decent story to it, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And I enjoyed it. There was, like I said, there was enough fantasy in it to keep it entertaining for me. Um, and like I said, there's one other female harem anime that I've actually watched and enjoyed. And, we'll get to that one when we get to it. So, two out of thousands of animes that I've watched, and yeah. So, no, this is not a genre that I'm in the habit of paying attention to in that respect. But I did enjoy this one. It was pretty good. No complaints from me. It's entertaining. Even for a guy, it's pretty entertaining. If you enjoy stories and drama, and I like space and fantasy dramas, so this does fit that bill. It's just not the normal stories that I would watch because most of these are, in truth, most harem anime across the board is just trash anime. But this one's a step above that. It truly is. So if you you have an interest for a good drama, even though it's a romance drama, this one's a good watch. And it's a fantasy anime on top of it, so there's some fantasy elements thrown in there for cool effects, I guess. Well, that's my rant for the day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of yours.